Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's RWBY Volume 4, Chapter 5, Menagerie. And this is quite obviously going to be another Blake episode, taking us to her hometown of Menagerie. Well, it's like its own island. I did watch the World of Remnant. I've got a comment that I've saved with the Gyazo image that told me the relative continuity order of which to watch them with, or the times most appropriate to view those particular World of Remnants. I've been doing that off camera because the main point of this is like reacted to the episodes and stuff. But yeah, obviously Menagerie is where the White Fang got its start. They implied as much by showing the White Fang's logo after Kuo said that it's a good place for them to get organised and get even. Yeah, it was very interesting World of Remnant, that Faunus one, and I'm curious to see what day-to-day life is like, at least for Blake's area. So I have no idea if this is going to be entirely Blake or if we're going to get another cutaway to someone. They've been doing at least one cutaway every time to sort of keep the world around them moving and show things progressing in different areas. So I have a suspicion that because it's been a while, we might go back to Weiss, or instead of focusing on Kuo, we do focus on Team Ranger. So I think either Weiss or RWBY is getting some more spotlight today, but we shall see. Could even be more Cinder and Ozpin stuff. I literally have no clue, so... Menagerie, here we go. I'm very interested in this. Okay, so I heard a ship's horn. We've arrived. For whom the bell tolls. Yep, a real Faunus hotspot. It should be interesting to see a multitude of new characters showing up, including Blake's family.
I've never seen so many Faunus in one place.
This is the one place everyone can feel safe, no matter who or what they are.
Wow. Sure is, crowded, huh?
Yeah.
Would you prefer if it was just you and him? You and her?
Is it always so cramped?
Well, would you try and take an entire species and put them on an island that's 2/3 desert?
I heard that this was a parallel with Australia and the Aborigines or something.
More space? Why waste it? A little desert never hurt anyone.
It's not like the desert in Vacuo, son. The wildlife here is more dangerous than most of the regions.
Australia.
So they gave us a terrible island in their corner of Remnant to try and shut us up.
That's a pretty good summary, yeah.
I remember the British, at least, used to send our prisoners over to Australia, to labour camps. Like, we're not using them, just...
This is
There you go.
Kuo Kuana.
It's beautiful. I take it all back. This place looks great. Why would anyone ever want to leave?
It does seem
That's
quite
not the
tropical.
point, son. We asked to be equal, to be treated just like everyone else. Instead, we were given an island and told to make do. So we did the best we could. We came together and we made a home where any Faunus could feel welcome. But this island, this town, will always be a reminder that we're still not equal. That we're still second-class citizens.
It's very complicated.
Well, hey. This guy's feeling pretty at home.
All right, time to go home.
Oh yeah? Which one's yours? Can you see it from here?
Kind of.
I love how, like,
What about that
touchy-feely
tiny
he
house
is.
down there?
And I don't mean that in a weird way.
It's
She lives nice. So, what, is your family actually wealthy?
What is it?
It's just been a long time since I've seen my parents.
They're still your family.
Well, you came all
And
this way.
if the opening is anything to go by, they still love you. Everyone was all smiles, so it can't be all
To
bad.
be honest, that's kind of intimidating.
Blake?
Oh, is this a sister? Oh, Mom! Okay.
My baby girl.
Oh. Oh, my heart! And here comes Papa. Just a lone patch of chest hair. I mean, I noticed that in the opening, but...
We were horrified when we heard the news. The Kingdom of Vale wasn't perfect, but it certainly didn't deserve what happened. We were both so worried.
Please, I knew she'd be fine.
That isn't the slightest bit true. You should have seen him pacing.
Those are some
You
giant
have
cat
nothing
ears.
to worry about. I've seen your daughter in action before, and trust me, she's got some moves.
And what exactly do you mean by that, Mr. Wukong?
Well, you see, sir, it's just that, you know, she's such a good fighter and all.
Why is he here again?
But also for her.
He just kind of followed me home.
Like a cat!
She's definitely above average.
Son is the cat! He just followed her home.
She is really good.
I like him.
Oh!
Darn it, I completely forgot about the meeting.
Gira?
Give me a moment.
Okay, so her mother is the cat side. What animal is the father? I can't see anything protruding.
Okay.
Yes, dear, just poor timing. He can reschedule. It's just been hard dealing with them lately.
Dealing with who?
The White Fang.
What? Dad!
Blake, what's wrong?
Miss Belladonna.
We had no idea you'd returned.
What are you doing?
So
talking
they're
to
in the
these people?
intro.
This is Corsic and Fennec Albay. They represent the White Fang here in Menagerie now.
Okay, Fennec.
Those
That's
psychos
related
are
to
here
foxes. So,
Young man, I'm
yeah,
not
fox
sure
ears.
You've heard of our organization, but I can assure you we're not nearly as ferocious as the media would have you believe.
What we've heard? We've seen firsthand. Your fanatics slaughtered people.
What is she talking about?
Precisely what we came to discuss with you, Your Grace.
Is everything all right?
Wait, you guys seriously don't know?
No, what?
The White Fang was at the fall of Beacon. They attacked innocent civilians, and they released Grimm into the school.
Is this true?
Sadly, Your Grace, it is.
Don't act like
That's enough.
now, it's
Explain
true,
yourselves.
though, that there will be grey moralities
Though it pains us
throughout.
to admit, it has become apparent that the Vale branch of the White Fang is no longer operating under orders of highly Hakon.
Yeah, I knew it
Rather,
would devolve into
they
this sort of
elect
thing.
to follow the rule of one Adam Taurus. I believe you're all familiar with
It's
the
not
method.
a hive mind.
Extreme
There's different factions with
You know,
different
Beacon wasn't
ways
the
of going
first
about
time the Fang
things.
started shooting up Vale.
The High Council had their suspicions of a splinter group, but they could prove nothing until this latest incident.
I guess that does make more sense.
people are dead.
And it is a tragedy.
Your Grace, we came to assure you that Brother Taurus and his followers do not represent the will of the White Fang.
And how can I be sure?
Good question.
We understand if you bear any skepticism towards these claims. The White Fang's tactics are admittedly more aggressive since you stepped down as High Leader and became Chieftain of Menagerie.
He was the leader.
This is no way to make our message heard.
We have ample
That is
documentation from the
interesting.
council meeting, as well as several strategies to apprehend and punish these strays if you'd care to review them.
I will. But another day. I'd like some time to reconnect with my daughter.
Aww.
But of course,
Another good
We
dad.
completely understand. It was a pleasure to see you again, young Blake.
we were saddened when we heard of your departure from the White Fang. But understand if you can no longer support our cause.
It is a wearying fight, after all.
Who says I'm done fighting?
If you ever do wish to return, you need merely to come find us.
Sister Ilya would be elated.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
I'm unsure of where their loyalties lie, because they appeared over the front of Adam in the
Those
trailer.
guys were creepy.
I think that they're hiding a bad side. While it is true that you can't blanket an entire organization,
An interesting development, wouldn't you say?
Interesting indeed.
it still doesn't mean that they're innocent, and there we go.
Shall we inform Brother Adam?
We shall.
Nice of you to spell it out for us, even though, you know, we could have got that. Oh my god, one after another. They show up.
You could help me find someone.
Oh my gosh, he talks like such a creeper. Oh, I feel bad for that waitress. She's just recovering from, you know, seeing the craziness of Raven's portal, and she probably recognised her as being part of that bandit clan as well. Like, and then see this creepy dude come up demanding things from her. It's like, give that poor girl a raise or a day off. Interesting episode though. Like, again, this isn't an episode that was high on comedy or high on a big fight scene. Much like the previous episode, that was high on comedy with what the teachers were talking about, but this was another one full of intrigue and learning a little bit more. I mean, what a bomb to drop that not only does Blake seem to live well off, but her dad was the previous leader of the White Fang. You know, I never suspected anything like that. I thought they were just a regular Thornis family. And then when the big house showed up, I thought, oh, is he some sort of, like, I don't know, lord? Or, you know, I don't think the Thornis have a king, but yeah, I wouldn't say that Blake is a princess, you know. But still, I was wondering, what connections do they have to have a house like so nice, and, you know, belongings so pretty and stuff like that? And well, I guess it would make sense if his dad is a big, well-known and respected figure from what he did in the White Fang. I assumed that he made lasting connections. I guess it also depends on what he does for a living now. I don't think I caught it, but if it was mentioned, I probably glanced past it because I was trying to take in everything that Foxman was saying. Those two are interesting. I wonder how well they can fight. They seem to be considered Adam's right-hand men, even though they weren't present for the Beacon battle, but whatever. So that might be something new that's happened in the past 6 to 8 months. You know, the time skip. So what I'll be interested to find out is if it truly is the entirety of the White Fang who have gone rotten, or if it really is the Veil faction plus these two, whereas the other factions might be a bit more decent and more in keeping with the old way of thinking. I'm wondering if this might lead into some sort of us versus them internal conflict, with Blake's dad taking up the helm again of the ones that are still good and trying to face off against Adam to gain complete control of the White Fang again, and then when he has gained control of it, disband it. Like, you know, the true step forward to equality is not creating this group that's, you know, separate and stuff like that. Yeah, aside from Tyrion appearing at the end, I think this was entirely Blake, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm just skipping around and having a look. It was quite good of them to buck the trend and do that, really. Yeah. Yeah, just let us soak it all in. I like that. Yeah, I like the mother. I like how easygoing she is. And that sly, almost cougar-like, oh, I like him. And something that really did amuse me, that I did make sure to mention, it was that Sun just followed Blake home like a cat, despite her being a literal cat. You know, cat hybrid, but that was nice. I'm sure that was intentional, that the cat said, this guy followed me out. Like, cats do that. But yeah, no, I don't think there's much discussion to be had this time around, because what we got was pretty cut and dry. Like, this is the facts, and okay, learn more stuff about the White Fang. We got a very nice bit of tension with Blake revealing the nasty things she knows in front of her dad, who was none the wiser, which is interesting. So what I'm looking forward to from this point on is how he will react to the full story and what he decides to do from here. Like, will he want to try and get his position back to try and right some of this wrong, or will he just, you know, launch some kind of crusade against Adam regardless? He seems like a very headstrong, I'm gonna go out and kick this person's ass kind of guy, so that's sort of what I expect, but who can say? What I'm a bit concerned about, though, is that Tyrion is hot on the heels of Team Ranger, and I think it won't be long before they have a bit of a throwdown. And of course, I don't know what's coming in the episodes ahead. All I can say is that I hope RWBY doesn't lose an eye. I hope he brought it up twice in chapter 1. He was saying, "Oh, an eye for an eye." She took your eye. Like he seems fixated on plucking out her eyeball, and I'm unsure. You know, sort of dreading, is he actually going to do that? Is Yang going to lose an arm and get a prosthetic only for RWBY to lose an eye and then get like a glass eye replacement or something? It would be cool, but I don't want that to happen to my precious RWBY. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about this episode. It was good, it was fun, and we learned a bunch, and that's all I could really ask for in an episode that didn't include a fight scene. So, looking forward to episode 6, and I shall see you guys next time.